Hi.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the RNA. Is it Why do I always get that mixed up?
The RNA show,
RNA
right?
show with Rebecca and Rocky.
I'm just
and this guy over here.
I'm just the
Sidekick.
a recurring character in Rebecca's life. So this
Yeah.
should really be the Rebecca show.
The Rebecca and Rocky show.
The Rebecca and Rocky show. Yeah. Guest starring.
Guest starring Andy Martinez.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, and the guy comes in the door. Hey Rebecca, you got any more of the Tony's spices there? Hey.
Yeah, we got some Tony
love-
spices.
If you guys don't know what the Tony's Italian seasoning is, you gotta pick that up at the store. I put that on everything.
He does, but why? Because I introduced it.
She did.
Well, my mom did, but
Yeah.
it's her thing. So, what are we talking about?
I'm picking the subject.
Yes, you are.
Well, we keep having this conversation, and maybe you guys can help us give us some insight on your thoughts. But Rebecca and I, the question is really, how much love making sessions in one day is too much? Session makings.
No,
We can talk about this now that we're married.
we're not. But we're not gonna talk about that. That's gross, you guys. Don't talk
I feel
about
that one is
That's private information.
one a day.
Right, it is private information.
Two a
No one
day
needs to know
is, I could see how 2 to 3 a day could get excessive,
that. Yeah.
you know, but then I'm hearing stories that some people are like twice a week, once
Well,
every
see,
couple.
that's not enough. I agree.
I think,
I think if we're gonna talk about it quickly and move on to a real subject, every other day would be great. That'd be ideal.
I think once a day is nice. Mornings are good. Here's the thing. If you wake up in the morning, and like I like to exercise first thing in the morning, no matter what happens the rest of the day, I've worked out. I've done something good for me. You know, let the rest of the day be whatever it's going to be. But
Yeah,
but
be
I've done
whatever
something
it
good
wants
for
to
myself.
be.
So I just figure, like, imagine if we wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is you make love and then you exercise. Now you've done two things for yourselves that are good and healthy, and like, how can you not like go out and tackle the rest of the day and, you know, with a smile on your face? You're not, you know, backed up. You're not feeling.
No, it's fine. Okay, moving on. Real subject, please. What are we talking about today?
I was thinking that perhaps, I don't know if it's a subject, but I wanted to just say something that I feel that has made our relationship somewhat easier. For those of you that, you know me, watch the videos, I'm constantly full of ideas. I got plans, I got ideas, I got visions. I plan for the next 20 minutes, and then I think about things 5 years down the road. Funny enough, I don't like to book appointments any more than 30 minutes in advance.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. It's very frustrating too.
I always tell people
like
I work in 30-minute intervals.
But like when we travel, he'll like book it. He could talk about the next year. But the moment I start talking about stuff, he's like, wait.
Well,
We're not there yet. I'm like, you were talking about like next year. So
she'll
I
wake
can't
up in the
talk about
morning
what I
and
wanna
she'll
talk
ask me about dinner.
about. I'm basic.
Yeah, basically, I can't talk about dinner until I've made love and gone to the gym. Then we can talk about
That's
dinner.
not how it works. Sometimes I gotta get it out of the freezer. Anyway, but
So-
what I'm saying is it's interesting because he is very much like that, which makes it very difficult to plan small fun things because he's just like, oh, I don't know. So I just do it anyway. And then he's all like, oh, I'm really glad you did that. Right? Because I'm organized. There's two, right? We talked about this with some neighbors the other day where we're walking and we're talking about just relationship couple things. And I was just like, yeah, I'm the one who does the most cleaning and cooking. And the lady goes, well, there's always one. And he's like, well, I keep my car clean. And I'm like, that's the one thing I guarantee he will make sure is clean as the car.
I like a clean car.
Which is great because I don't really care. The
I like a
inside
clean
I
car.
care. The outside I'm like, whatever, it's a car.
You know, I spend a lot of time in the car. People see me in the car. I like a clean car. I like when people get in the car, it's nice and clean.
I like a clean room. I like a clean kitchen.
And I make the
like a
bed.
clean
I make the
living room,
bed. I
like-
vacuum. You know,
What?
she doesn't like. I don't do toilets
What?
very well. I do vacuum. I vacuum
You?
every day.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I vacuum, especially after I work out. I grab
Look
the
at how
vacuum, I vacuum.
Look at how defensive.
Because I fucking
this
do
is
it.
Awesome.
I unload the
How
dishwasher.
angry
Yesterday
he
she
is.
comes in and she's like, "Oh, the dishwasher's unloaded." Yeah.
Well, I wanted Enzo to do it. For
It doesn't matter, but I do it. I clean up the kitchen. If I go in there and the dishes are all overflowed because I don't know how she makes 2 eggs, a half a bagel,
No, that's not
and
true.
like some
That's
coffee for breakfast. There's a pile of shit in the kitchen.
You want to know why? Because Andy boils chicken every day, so he's got a huge pot from boiled
I boil
chicken.
chicken, 1
He's got
pot, 2 chicken breasts. I eat it with
coffee,
ketchup.
eggs, breakfast, and
But I
Enzo's
use the same plate.
My plate.
She uses different forks for different things. Like, this is the fork to chop the eggs. This is the fork to, like, toss the salad. I'm like, it's 1 fork. Like, well,
What's our subject? I'm lost.
our conversation that I was gonna get to was, look at this guy. The importance of communicating your dreams, your ambitions, getting on the same page about what each other's wants are, and finding ways to be supportive of each other's goals and ambitions. I find that sometimes I've seen people. I always have this story about the gym. There's this woman, she comes to the gym, she's a little heavy, and I was a fat kid. I see that look in people's faces. I get that look. She comes in, she gets on the cross trainer, she's on the elliptical. First day, she's not talking to anybody. She's like here. There's that timidness. A week goes by. She's there at the elliptical and she's made a friend. The other lady that comes at 9:15 in the morning. Now they're side by side. They're talking. They're giggling. 2 weeks go by. She's lost 5 pounds. A month goes by. She's lost 12. Now she's chit-chatting. The trainers that walk by, they all know her name. She's talking to people. She's having a lot of fun. 6 weeks, 2 months go by. I see that wedding band on her finger, but I don't see the husband. And all of a sudden, she's dropped 20 pounds and she's feeling good. Next thing you know, you hear that she's filing for divorce. Now, how does that happen?
Because you have to share hobbies and
Generally,
interests.
what I say is, when somebody has a really strong interest in something, when a woman or man comes into the gym and they start hitting that elliptical hard, like they're on a mission and they start losing weight and they got goals and ambitions, you don't always have to be 100% a part of that. My mind, when I saw her, I'm like, this girl's husband better show up because her ass is gonna be back on the market in like no time. And sure enough, he didn't show up. What I said happened. They broke up. They were going through a divorce. If he just would have shown up once every 2-3 weeks, shown up, done the elliptical, met her friends, stood around and just said how proud he was of her, what a great job she's doing, and all this kind of stuff, and just made an appearance, make a presence, let them know, hey, you can come, you can talk, you can flirt with her, but at the end of the day, she's coming home to me. I just sit here, I show up. I believe like you got to show up and cock block a little bit, just let them know, hey, yeah.
Well, it's more. I see what you're saying. What I would say is,
I don't know if that was part of my topic, but
no, the topic is that when you're in a relationship, it's important to have common interests, and even if it's not your favorite thing in the world, but to show up and be supportive.
Good one.
Because it matters. I mean, it matters to me when I was doing triathlons and whatnot. I wanted to keep doing that. And I looked at him, I'm like, look, I gotta go to the ocean and swim. I gotta get on my bike and go on long rides. I gotta start running. And that's gonna take time. I'd like for you to be there with me, support me, or do it with me.
And that's, I took my chubby woman on the elliptical story. I live it. Started dating Rebecca. She has a beautiful body. We start, dating. I'm in good shape. I look at these guys that do triathlons and they're like chiseled, and like these are college swimmers or professional athletes. They ride bikes, they run 26 miles, they swim 2 miles, they jog, like they got time for this shit, and they're shredded.
They make time.
They make time for this.
Make time. No
and
one
of
has
course,
time.
make
time.
I can't let her go down there in a bikini at 6:30 in the morning. A wetsuit. Well, yeah, but you gotta get in the bikini. You're in the wetsuit in the bikini. But what does it matter?
No, but it's
So
even if he just showed up to support me and
not only did I
on,
show up, I fucking started training.
You did.
I started doing the races. I got a bike. I run. I do the
you
swims.
have some medals.
And you know what? I don't wear a wetsuit either. I got my little bikini.
You know what? When you went,
shorts.
I should have not worn the wetsuit because I thought I was gonna pass out from it. I was so hot. Anyways.
I understand the point of the wetsuit. I'm a Cuban kid from Miami, Florida. If I could swim out there naked and not have people want to arrest me when I get out of the water, I would. I'm like a fish.
A heavy fish.
Whatever. I get it done.
You drag your legs. But
Look, I'm not trying to make the podium.
Faster.
I'm not trying to make the podium.
You could always be faster. You're just
I'm just
stubborn.
I'm trying to get to the beer garden.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, all I want to do is be present, cheer her on, and let all those horny little motherfuckers know there's this present. They can high five her all they want. Good job. They can take a picture. But
Anyways.
no one's taking her to lunch.
It's important because I think apparently during COVID, I would say we haven't really changed our lifestyle, and I think we've talked about this. Like, us spending time together hasn't really changed. If anything, no, nothing's changed. We're spending even more time together, but we're still.
A couple things have changed.
What?
Well, I certainly have fallen deeper in love with you this year.
Oh, score, point, check. Anything else? Is that it? Okay.
That's all I need to say.
Okay. And then you see people that were, couples who work apart from each other at offices, as most people do, shut down. They're in the house, they're working from home, spending this type of time together that they don't normally get to spend together, when normally you would think this is going to bring them closer together. But a lot of people already had issues that were unresolved, not talked about, not dealt with.
Or they find out they're significant. I don't like my significant other.
Or they find out that they've grown apart, but it's only because they haven't put the time in. Just like we were just talking about, putting the time in, making the time.
Yeah.
Time just goes. It's 11:46, 47 minutes in, and time will just keep going.
I don't think she's saying that, if a relationship has run its course, and it's time to move on, it's time to move on. But a lot of times, people forget to put the time in for each other, and then what happens if they've drifted so far apart? It's hard to bring it back. Yeah, they're different people.
They changed, and they didn't change in the same direction. They changed in separate.
We're not therapists.
Paths. No, we're not therapists. Actually, we need to get hold of our therapist. She responded back to me, by the way.
Yeah. Did she say Rebecca's driving you crazy, Andy?
No, she said Monday, Wednesday. Which day do you want? So, but it's interesting because you see couples that get together and they have nothing in common, no interest, and you kind of wonder, like, what initially brought you together in the first place. And that's also something to think about when you get with someone, making sure that you guys have the same common goals, same common interests, same hobbies. And that doesn't mean you have to be like a twin like me and be, well, I feel like I think we're attached at the hip, me and you, but we like that. Doesn't mean you have to be like that, but I think it is important when you get with someone.
We make people sick, and I'm okay with that.
What?
People get sick of how close we are, we're always together. They don't like that, but that's fine.
Oh,
that works for me.
But what I'm saying is, when you get into a serious relationship, those are big things to think about, because you're with this person forever.
Hopefully.
Should be. You should want to be. Yeah. I would think.
Which brings me to a subject idea I'd like to talk about next time.
No, but I get to go next.
You do. Well, but the next time. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are watching our videos. I'm glad you're finding them entertaining. They entertain us.
Uh-huh.
We are just, kind of expressing, what works for us in our lives, and sharing them with you. Obviously, everybody's relationships are different.
Well, as you can see at the beginning of the video, we still have a lot of things to work on. We're always going to have things to work on.
Remember, start your days with one lovely session.
Just getting up is good. That's a good start to the day.
Hey, listen, I get up.
I get up
in the morning.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know. I
Sorry.
know. God.
If you like what we're talking about, just hit a like. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe.
And guys, I have workouts up. Rocky and I are rocking it out.
RVN Fit.
We're doing workouts every day.
My channel, Andy Martinez Jr. Much love to you guys. Many blessings in 2021. Anything else?
No, until next time.
Who loves you, baby? Your boy AMJ.
This is not an opportunity for you. Give me a kiss.
Mwah.
All right, love you. Bye.
Tuna.